Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. We've been covering a lot of deals outside of Steam. I know some of you guys like to do your shopping directly on Steam, so gonna highlight 10 really great deals available on Steam right now. Now, with these deals, I want to say 7 of them. Yeah, 7 or so of these deals are under $10. There are 3 more expensive deals. We'll get those mentioned right out the gate. So if you do want to spend some money, you can get some games that are priced a little bit higher. So let's get right into it. A Plague Tale bundle is 62% off for $26.59. You get both A Plague Tale Innocence and A Plague Tale Requiem. These games are awesome narrative-driven action-adventure titles. Storytelling is incredibly dark, and you should definitely play both Innocence and Requiem, and obviously do play these games sequentially. Don't do some nonsense like just jump right into Requiem. It's really hard for a newer studio to release a single-player AAA title, have it be story-driven, have it be at a, premium price, and really do well with it. There have been so many games that have been flops, and Plague Tale is one that I look at, bro. Like, Asabo, I don't know how this game was a success, but, I just feel like as good as I think Plague Tale is, it's the style of game that I just wouldn't expect to resonate with a large audience, but, hey, good on Asabo Studio for doing great work with A Plague Tale Innocence and A Plague Tale Requiem. And, yeah, $26.59 for both games. That is absolutely excellent. Next up, we have Detroit Become Human. A little bit more expensive than I like, to be perfectly honest. 60% off for $15.99. You can get the Quantic Dream Collection, 71% off for $26.51. As far as the Quantic Dream titles, I'll mention another one in this video, but some of those games, Beyond Two Souls and Fahrenheit, because of how dated it is, Beyond Two Souls is just kind of mid. Detroit Become Human, on the other hand, is a phenomenal story-driven game, futuristic title, obviously super decision-driven, and I know some of you guys, when playing a game like this, you're going to be tempted to just look up a guide. I very much recommend you not to do that. I think that takes away, the ramifications and the impact the decision-making has. That's what this game and these story-based games, decision-based games are all about. It's about having ramifications for your decisions. Why are you looking up a guide where you just get to make the decisions you want? Maybe do that for a second playthrough, but your initial playthrough, I don't think you should do that. That's my 2 cents. If you disagree, more power to you. But Detroit's a great game. If you're looking for something story-driven, you're going to enjoy it quite a bit, so check that out. And then we also got Stray. This is a game that just for whatever reason has held up in price. It came out 2 years ago, and it's 34% off for $19.79. Came out at $30. It's a super atmospheric title. It's not super action-heavy, more of an exploration adventure-based game. You play as a cat in this really cool city. World, I think, is great, and just a super chill game for $19.79. It's a good buy. You're not going to get a sizable amount of content, so this isn't one you pick up for, a lot of hours of gameplay. But next up, one that you could pick up for a lot of hours of gameplay, XCOM 2 The Collection, 94% off for $8. This deal is absolutely awesome. You get both XCOM 2 and XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. You also get some other DLC packs. A great tactics-based title that is super engaging, rewarding, challenging as well, and I think you guys are going to have a good time with that. You can get the base game for $2.99. I think you should just get the collection, which is damn near triple the cost of the base game, so, if you do just want the base game, I ain't gonna hold it against you, but getting all the content, not a bad pickup there. Next up, we got South Park The Stick of Truth, 75% off for $7.49. Great deal for South Park The Stick of Truth. An RPG done by Obsidian that I was just shocked by how good it was. I think it's a really, really solid game, all things considered. And I'm not a big South Park guy, as I've mentioned in the past, but this is just a really well-done RPG that's comical as well. And if you're a fan of South Park, you're probably going to enjoy it much more than me. So definitely check that out. I know some of you guys just don't want to support Ubisoft games, but it is what it is. Next up, do want to give a shout to Heavy Rain, the other Quantic Dream title. It is 75% off for $4.99. Heavy Rain is a game that shows its age, given that it came out back in 2010. I remember when it came out, just absolutely being enthralled by it, and I still think it's a fairly good game. I think the narrative is well executed. Are there some issues? Sure. It's a very easy game to meme on, let's put it that way, but I thought it was a compelling story. Not crazy about some of the characters, but for this price point, I think it's a solid pickup if you're looking for some story-driven. Again, $4.99, pretty decent pickup. Then we got another deal over $10. I lied about mentioning all those in the beginning, but Days Gone is 75% off for $12.49. Really solid open world action title. Certainly, if you compare it to the top level PlayStation titles, is it among the elite? Is it among Spider-Man, Horizon, God of War? Probably not. I think most people are comfortable in saying that, but Days Gone is still an enjoyable open-world action title. Good amount of content. I would say the main story is a little bit too much on the lengthy side. And it could have been better off if some of that content was shaved, but what can you do? You know, these things happen in gaming. So, 75% off for $12.49, you're still getting a good game. And I remember this was the second PlayStation title. We got this, and then we got... what was it? We got this, and before this was Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn was an atrocious PC port, and then we got Days Gone, which was absolutely effing awesome. Days Gone is a great PC version, and I would certainly recommend it from that standpoint as well. Great pickup there, $12.49, good buy for sure, and it's like one of those PlayStation games that gets a little bit forgotten about. Next up, we got the Middle-earth Shadow Bundle. You got Middle-earth Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, and the DLC for both titles. These games are solid open-world games, man. They still hold up in the sense that Shadow of Mordor came out in 2014, a decade ago, which is insane. It's approaching a decade. It came out in like September or October, but I thought Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War had really satisfying combat. Story was pretty decent. I don't have any care in the world for Lord of the Rings. Nothing against it, just I don't really get into those franchises, much like Harry Potter and all that. Star Wars, even for a long time, I wasn't super into. Jedi got me a little bit more into that, the games. But Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, really solid open world games, and they're not like colossal open world games where some of these open worlds these days I feel are a little bit overwhelming. But Shadow of War and Mordor, I feel like were contained enough that they still got to the point and did a pretty good job. For this price point, $7 for both. I think that's a great deal. Another collection, Batman Arkham Collection, $8.99. It's Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. I mean, this is like one of the easiest deals to always recommend. I know I've recommended it to you guys ad nauseum, but there might be 4 souls out there that don't own it, so if you're one of those 4, go check it out. Arkham Asylum is fantastic for a game that is 15 years old. It still holds up incredibly well, and I would say a game from 15 years ago, Arkham Asylum, craps all over Rocksteady's recent outing in Suicide Squad. Funny how that works, but yeah, $9 for that collection is great. You can also buy Asylum and City together. What is that collection? The Return to Arkham bundle? Is that available? I'm pretty sure that's available. Oh, it's not. Well, the respective games are $4, so if you want to check them out respectively, you can go that route. And lastly, we have the Metro Saga bundle, Metro Exodus 2033 and Last Light, $9.06. You also get the Exodus expansion pass. Really solid atmospheric first-person shooters, narrative-driven. I think the atmosphere in these games are awesome, really engrossing into the world. 2033 and Last Light are the strongest here, but Exodus is fairly good as well. A bigger title than the other two, of course, but solid games all around, and the entire collection for $9.06, definitely a good pickup. But that'll do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals available on Steam right now. Go check those out. Links to all of these in the description box below. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.